This was not an easy earwax removal to do, guys. Now they've got a couple of things here that's going on. So we've got quite a narrow ear canal. We've also got a very dry ear canal. Patient suffers with a little bit with eczema, psoriasis, that kind of issue. I thought first of all, well, okay, yeah, it's a little bit dry, kind of consistent with the patient's history. But what I found was this plug was not just a piece of wax. This was a piece of wax surrounded by thick dead skin layers, which was hanging on for dear life onto this wax. So I've got the Rosen inserter in here just because the standard size Zollner tube just would not budge this plug. So the Rosen inserter, I'm trying to lift from this, well, I'm trying to pull, more than lift, sorry, from the side, just to detach it from the canal wall. But look how this just crumbles. As soon as you put the Rosen inserter on, the front end is crumbling. But if you look just above the wax, what you'll see is there is this thick dead skin layer, which I don't spot straight away. I've got a feeling it's there just because this plug, it just doesn't want to budge. Something is anchoring this into place. So we've got the Jobson horn in here now. Not an easy tool to use in a narrow canal. Then it's difficult to get the movement and the position and the angle right. But I'm just breaking this front end away. But look, even as I'm pulling this down, even the front end doesn't want to detach from the rest. Look how that slopes back up there into that sort of deeper portion of the canal. Now, we've got the standard size Zollner tube on here. I'm not under any illusion I'm going to get this out with a standard size Zollner tube. What I'm trying to do is just loosen this off the canal wall. So we've got the crocodile forceps now. We're throwing a lot of different tools at this just because this just will not budge. I'm trying, but it just doesn't want to come away. So this is really starting to move towards the outer section of the ear canal. This basically this dead skin layer, this keratin layer there, but it just peels off. It doesn't actually dislodge that plug. See that white material just at the top, sort of arcing around the top there? That's the dead skin. And then we've got this hard wax plug right in the center of it, but it's so hard it crumbles. And this is where you're kind of stuck a little bit because the Rosen insert is great to get in those smaller gaps, but because it's got that much thinner kind of aperture, or not aperture, that's the wrong word, much thinner piece at the end there, it's not really able to get a good grip. It just more pulls through the plug rather than pulling against it. So I'm going back to the standard size Zollner tube here, just to see if I can loosen this a little bit more, just to try and get this plug moving. It's not, you can see it's just not really budging. It is so anchored in there. So St. Bart's hook comes out again. I was saying this in not the last video, the video before. I've kind of fallen in love with the St. Bart's hook again. It's been really helpful in a couple of videos recently, but I've got behind it now in that wider plug. But look at all that dead skin underneath there. You'll see that. Just stay tuned now, guys, because you're going to see those thick plugs of skin in a second. Let me just get, I can't pick it up. It's that hard, I can't even pick it up. So let's just use the Zollner tube. There we go. Got rid of that. Look at it all. Look, you can look at it. Thick layers. This is, you know, and it's just so anchored against that canal wall. And these are tough ones to do because you've got this kind of mobile, floppy, I keep saying thick dead skin. Sorry guys, I repeat myself a lot, I know. But you've got that kind of layer on the outside edge, and you've got this really tough old piece of wax right in the middle of it. So you can't peel the skin away because the wax plug in the middle is stopping it from peeling away. You can't get the wax plug out of the middle because that's anchored onto the skin on either side. So you are sort of, what on earth do I do now? Where do I go with this? So what I've got here, this is the fine end. Why am I using a fine end? It's not for the suction power because it's not got the best suction power, but it's going to help with clarinetting, okay, or help to prevent clarinetting is the more accurate description of it. Because what you're going to get with these kind of things, if you've got really floppy skin, as soon as the suction gets close to it, it kind of vibrates back and forth like this, and that's what causes this really loud whistling sound. But what I'm doing here, you can see I'm trying to draw almost this skin down the canal. I've popped a bit of olive oil in here just to try and help this along, and I am pulling on this side. I am trying to get this out. Gosh, this was such a tough old one to do. You can see how I'm trying to gather everything up into the middle, because if I can't get the plug out, then I'm going to have to gather the skin up. What I'm hoping is that the plug is going to come forwards past that skin you can see how all that skin just closed up, just folded up in front of the suction tube there. It's almost like a kind of Venus flytrap, kind of trapping around that piece of wax in the center. There we go. Now this is promising. This is promising. So we've lifted from the base. Now we've broken a big chunk of that skin. Is that going to be enough for us to get the plug out from the center? Let's take a look. It's almost there. You can see how that piece of skin just to the right-hand side of the canal wall is just folding in front of that piece of wax I'm trying to remove. There we go. There we go. Big chunk of that skin gone. The plug has come out as well, which is good. Well, some of it has. Let's get this next section. There you go. See how much easier it is now that that skin's gone. But what I'm left with now is the remainder of the skin. Look at this, guys. Look at the thickness of this piece of skin here. Just to give you some background, this lovely gent came through. He travels back and forth to London, so he actually came from London to get this done. But what we can see here is we've got such a thick layer that this was really causing a lot of issues as far as the gentleman's hearing was concerned. He was really struggling with his hearing. You know, not the most pleasant of sensations in there either. I'm sorry, guys, I just get so caught up in what I'm watching. But when you look at this peeling away, it's peeling down from the top, from the pars flaccida region. It's just all coming away. Yeah, so having lots of issues as far as hearing, just general ear discomfort was concerned. But felt very, very relieved to get this out. And he couldn't get over the amount that came out as well. Gentleman did have his ears cleaned out a couple of years ago, mainly using manual tools, in fairness. So my gut feeling is, my suspicion is that they probably only removed the offending wax rather than this dead skin as well. This is really kind of toughened and thickened up. But never easy to tell. You can't always tell what happened last time. So we've got all the skin from the right hand side. We just need to get rid of this skin from the left. We've got this little bit of dry wax as well, just in that pars flaccida, the top of the eardrum portion. Oh, damn smooth and everything there. So we're coming away. There you go. Peeling this away. Out this comes. Let's peel this down. Look at this. Peel, 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 peel. There you go. Peeling off the pars flaccida. There we are. Down into that more posterior portion of the ear canal, posterior portion of the drum. Come on. It's nearly there. There we go. The last little bit is peeling away. Look at it. Look at it coming away from that top section. Look at the whole section coming away there as well. In that top right corner, in that more kind of anterior. Anterior? Are we anterior this side? Probably anterior. Let me just have a quick look. There we go. Out. Look at how thick that layer was. Here, it was the anterior portion. But looking so much better now. A patient really, really pleased with that. But when we take a look at this side, what we have is a very similar issue on here, but a lot more oilings happen. Now, why would a patient oil one ear canal and not the other? I hear you all furiously typing into the comment section and shouting at the screen. Basically, it's because when you put oil in, a lot of the time your plug will expand, which will make you feel more blocked up. So rather than feel blocked up in both sides, patients will normally only oil one side, and then they may oil the other one just before they come along. Or if patients have put oil in one side, feel really blocked up, they don't feel like oiling the other. Watch this plug coming away though, because this patient has oiled this side. Look at the difference this makes. Look at this, look at that. That is skin. That is all skin. And this really, look at it all. It's just so much of it. And this really soft plug of wax right in the center of it all. So this is coming away. There you go. Look at that. Look at the difference in taking this away. Now, you've still got the same elements in here. We still have this thick, dead skin. I mentioned it again. Thick, dead skin, and again. And you've got this soft wax plug, but it's come away so much more easily. Look at that. There you go. Out that comes. Sorry, the paper's a bit of a mess. You could see just how squishy all that was. So we've got 3.5 centimeters, 1.5 inches. Now, if you did enjoy this skin removal video, there's a fab one. There was so much skin in this particular patient's ear canal. Check that one out if you watch this on YouTube. It's up there somewhere. Make sure you have a look at that one. That was a good one if you like skin removals. But guys, if you did enjoy this particular video, you could always like, heart, share, follow, and subscribe for me. And if you've got ear problems yourself, you can check out the link tree in the description of all the social media channels. And that way, then you can reserve yourself an appointment online to come and see myself or the lovely Mr. Taylor Green, or you can get our phone number and give us a buzz and book yourself in. But as always, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of your ears, and take care of one another, and I shall see you for the next video. Bye, everyone.